Hey YouTube, Peterbilt Knife Guy, and today we're gonna be doing something a little bit different and in a different location also. We are at my work, at shop. I'm done working now, but I've always kind of wanted to do this video. We are gonna talk about a get home bag or a bug out bag. Not a bug out bag, but a get home bag. This is something I carry with me every day. It's been through many different bags, many different changes and everything, but what I've kind of gotten sick of is watching these people on YouTube with their bug out bags or their get home bags, and all this shit's brand new and none of it's been tested or used. Are there people that actually do it out there? Sure, but they're probably not the ones making YouTube videos about it. But this is something I actually carry. I mean, this bag isn't even pristine. The zipper's all screwed up and it won't even, go across easily anymore, but I actually do carry this. I'm doing it on my wobbly cart too, so we're gonna try this out and see how it goes. First off, before I even get to the bag, we gotta go over what I keep on my person. I do not go anywhere without this stuff at least. And I'm not gonna put links or anything for this, just in the description or whatever for this crap, but I have a little O-light, flashlight, rechargeable. I love this thing. It's got a green laser. I use it for work. It's fantastic. Lights are one of those things that I have a redundancy of in here because they just, having an EDC flashlight or just a flashlight is fantastic. If your batteries run out, you got more. So that's that. And then also a pew pew. This is a Ruger LCP 380. And yes, it is loaded. It is not chambered though, because I don't carry chambered. I know there's a lot of people that say it's worthless, but you know what? I'd rather have this unchambered than take the chance of something happening with a chambered one. And then I always have a small EDC fixed blade. This is the Kaiser Smolt. I have my camera at a weird angle today, and I'm filming face forward, which I never do. But these three items are always on my person, no matter what. If I'm wearing sweats, this gets dropped into my pocket. I don't go anywhere without them. So these are essentially like my get to my bag items. Sometimes this bag is not on me at all times. It's in my truck and I need a way, if I'm, 100, 200, 300 yards from my truck, this is my way to get back to my truck. And these are just things that I keep on me at all times. So anyways, got that out. Let's get into the bag. It's just a crappy bag that I got for free somewhere. I do have a dump pouch on here. I never used it, but I put it on there because it matched the bag. It is what it is. So this is kind of a redundant system, and it's never really been, I'm not gonna say tested because I carry it with me every day, but this bag is not the main bag. I have a bag inside this bag, but let's get to the contents. First off, I always have a knife sharpener. A little work sharp field sharpener. Fantastic to have. And then, doing YouTube, you always got a plethora of other little fixed blades that I keep on me for just doing shorts and YouTube and stuff like that. But like I said, this is going to be my main fixed blade that's on my person at all times. That's this pouch. This one, I just got spare batteries. There's a flashlight in here, a lighter. There's a little lighter cover to keep it, because the worst part about these Bic lighters is if you're trying to hold them, these things can get depressed and release all the fluid in there. So I got this little plastic cover to keep that from happening. You know what I mean? Old man, you gotta have old man pills. And spare AA batteries in this leather deal here. Just because I do have flashlights that take AA batteries. And some eye drops and shit like that for, I get allergies, so that's that. Into the main pouch here, because that's pretty much everything on the outside. If I can get this. I don't never done a video like this, so we'll see how this turns out. Or if anybody even likes watching it. But so first off in here, I always have a large knife. This is the Work Tough Gear Kodiak. I frickin' love this thing. I always have in my bag a large knife. I'm not an axe person, but this thing can get you out of a lot of trouble if you need it to hack something. Tools. Tools are extremely important. This one's gonna be a fun one. I keep this tool pouch in here. It's got bits. They opened upside down because I'm an idiot. Bits, little ratchet driver, stuff like that. Light, compact, can get you out of a lot of trouble. This freaking crowbar that everybody hates, but I absolutely love this thing. An extension for said crowbar. Force multiplier. Love it. Gotta have it. And it's light. It's just a piece of conduit. And there's a magnet in here too. So this is something that I've never seen somebody carry. This is one of those retractable magnets. If you dropped your keys or something down like a manhole or like a storm drain or something, or just anything, you could fish it out of there. Just kind of cool to have. Doesn't take up any space. A 10mm socket. You can get into a lot of shit with a 10mm socket. There's only 2 wrenches in here really, because there is also a 10mm wrench. A lot of crap nowadays is 10mm, so you know you can get into a lot of stuff. There's a little nut driver. It's got a whole bunch of bits and stuff. Kind of cool. Takes up no space. Very useful. And then just a bunch of other stuff. There's a Leatherman in here. There's super glue. Another flashlight. This is the one that takes the AAAs. And yeah, just tools and stuff that I use throughout the day. Bic glider, or a Bic pen. Wow, a Sharpie pen, because I'm an idiot. You know, just useful stuff. This thing has evolved a bunch, and basically everything that's in here now is stuff that I just wouldn't want to not have. I have done multiple things with this so far. I've changed out like 4 car batteries. I use this because my stepbrother's car got into an accident and we had to disconnect the battery and we couldn't get at it. So I use this to freaking get under there. All this stuff is usable to me. So whether you like tools or not, I find them very useful. Get into this one in a second. But what's left in here? Beanie. I have multiple beanies actually. My head gets cold a lot, and the last thing I want is my ears cold. So I always carry a beanie and then extra socks. They always say, protect your feet. Your feet are the first thing to go if you're walking. Carry extra socks. What is this? Another beanie. And a saw. I freaking love this saw. This is a Corona saw. It's so light, and it doesn't even take up any space really in my backpack. It just sits down at the bottom. And, you know, so if you got to cut something, I actually do use this at work sometimes because sometimes I got to trim a bush around something. It's fantastic to have. So that's in there. And that's pretty much it for the main bag. Now getting into this second bag. This is a 511 like cross shoulder pouch. You know, it's small, and it's one of those things like, if I had to really ditch my stuff, do I want to carry all this weight? No. I have a smaller bag that's set up for just grabbing, and if I gotta really hoof it, this is the one I'm taking with me. A lot of this other stuff can be replaced. Obviously, I'd probably throw a little fixed blade in this pouch because I don't have one in here, but there's always one in my main bag. So let's get into this guy right here. First off, carry a spare mag for the Ruger. That's in there. And then another flashlight. Takes AA's. This is also a little 511 flashlight. So that's where those spare AA's right here come into play. Gotta have light. Yeah, pew pew. Let's get into that one real quick. So I am a Glock fan. So like I said, this one gets me to my truck. This one gets me home. I do not carry this one chambered, but cool mag in there. And I have 2 more separate mags in here on a separate pouch. So that's that. Get home, or get to my truck, get me home. That's that. Over here, we have a tarp. This is a nice little survival tarp. If you got to make, it's just a 5x8. Doesn't take up much room. Sorry, 5x7. Little tarp that you can make shelter or lay down on the ground or whatever you got to do with. I mean, hell, it doesn't even have to be survival. There's been some times maybe you got to work on your vehicle or something and it's raining. You got a flat tire. You can lay this down, not sit in the mud, not sit in the ground. Just a good thing to have. That's that for that. There's also a holster in here for the Glock. And in here, life straw. Now, this is one of the things I was torn on, is carrying a container. Now, I do have a container in here. It's a single wall stainless. I took the lid off of it because I don't need it. You can boil stuff in this with paracord, but I was debating on even putting this in here because there's trash everywhere. Why do people need to carry containers? There's everywhere you look, you can find bottles and all kinds of stuff. So in order to carry one of these, in my opinion, it's pointless. You can find cans. If you really had to boil some water or have a container, there's garbage everywhere. Even in the frickin' woods, you'll find something. But I have one. And like I said, stuffed with paracord. This is like, I don't know, 1,000 feet or some crap. I don't know, a couple hundred feet of 550 paracord. Good to have for literally everything. Life straw, because water is extremely important. You are not going to make it very far if you are dehydrated. So yeah, life straw, that, and then a medical kit. A GoPro medical kit. No, it's just a medical kit that I put together. Got some protein bar, little food, you know, because I get low blood sugar and get shaky and stuff, but it's just got a whole bunch of stuff for eye wash. There is a lock pick in there, and the bar is in there too, and another little pick too. Being able to pick a lock and knowing that is a good thing to know. But so I got lock pick, medical kit, blah, 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 blah. So this is essentially my get home bag. There's a lot of freaking things that you can do with this. Is it perfect? No. Will it help you out? Absolutely. And another reason for these dual bags is, let's say I could take this bag out of that bag. Now I got two bags to carry stuff. This one could be on my back. This one will be around my side. And this one's gonna wanna be the one with the sidearm in it. So I want this one ready to get at. I could load this one up with more shit. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. It's easy to sit there and say you should have this, or you shouldn't have that. Do you guys actually even carry anything like this? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching.